Hi Aries, and welcome to Arcana Priestess. For those of you that are new, welcome, and if you are returning, I am so glad to have you. Anybody interested in a personal reading, the link will be in the description box below. All of my new subscribers, every single month, you guys are automatically entered in a giveaway to win a free personal reading. So if you would like to enter and you haven't yet subscribed, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you would like to participate in more giveaways, feel free to follow me on Instagram in the description box below, where we do giveaways every single week. All right, so let's see. The link for personal readings will be in the description box below, along with everything else you need. I am starting a new YouTube channel. If you haven't had a second to take a look at that and support me over there, that would be wonderful. I am going to start posting probably January 1st for that channel. So I'm just trying to build an audience over there first. So if you can do me a favor and support me, that would be wonderful. It's going to be the first link in the description box below. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do career, singles, and couples. This is something that I think I'm going to do for the whole month. So every monthly is going to start out like this. That way I'm not focused on just one thing, because when I do the general readings, I can tend to zone in on one message. So this way you will get a little bit of everything. All right, so let's see. This is going to be for career. This is career in general. The career will be for career in general. Success. All right, so when it comes to your career, you have success. Okay. Success, love, and forgiveness is in reverse here. And what I see at the bottom of the deck is loneliness. So also some of you guys here are worried. With abundance in reverse, you're worried about your abundance. Just because the situation isn't going the way you want it to right now doesn't mean that it's not going to improve, because you do have discipline. You need more discipline to get where you want here. And with imagination in reverse, there could be some sort of, I'm also seeing service, right? You may be in the service industry and you may need to switch to products. You may be in the product industry and you may need to switch to service if you are in your own business. But it looks like there's going to be some judgment and some kind of judgment call in the way that you're doing things that is going to lead to you making a huge change and changing the way that you currently run your business, or where it is that you currently work here. I see that there's a lack of imagination. So this is like realizing that, this is kind of like boxing yourself, putting yourself in a box, maybe that 9 to 5, whatever the case may be, and thinking, that's good enough, whatever the case may be. But it's like, no, you're going to be pushed outside of your comfort zone. I feel like there's this energy where you're going to be making some changes throughout December that are going to really help you and really align you with the next couple of years of your life. So say you're looking for a job, don't just settle for the first job you can find. Really put yourself out there. Really try and even, apply to jobs that you wouldn't normally have, just to switch things up a little bit, just to, just even having faith in what it is that you truly desire, knowing that somebody out there will believe in you as much as you believe in yourself, whether you're actually qualified for the job or not, right? So there's this energy, though, I am sensing before we get into this, because I just pulled like half the deck and I was only supposed to pull one. But I saw success and I saw loneliness and I see love. So some of you guys, there's this energy where you're going to have to choose. You're going to have to choose between love and success, because one of them is going to be taking up so much of your time. And I feel like this is for a lot of you guys that are single here, because it's like you're either going to have a new relationship that you're going to get into and you're going to work on building that relationship, or you are going to have this career. But I feel like there's this energy where if you have both right now, or you're about to have both, you're going to feel like you're never able to balance it out. You always feel like one is lacking, and when you're making up for that, the other one is lacking, and you're just going to feel like there's a lot of things pulling on you when it comes to your whole entire world throughout the month of December. So career, finances, some of you that have been single for a very long time, you're going to have a lot of love interested in you, and it's just like, where do I put my time and where do I put my attention, right? So I do feel like for a lot of you, if that's not the case, it is going to be this energy of loneliness where you are experiencing success, but you are feeling quite lonely. And they always say, it's lonely at the top, and it is very, very true. The higher you get and the more successful you become, and the more, smart you become, right? I honestly don't really feel like it has anything to do with money. I really feel like it has to do with like the the person you become to be able to achieve that kind of success, right? You realize so many things, you stop putting up with things, you start becoming more protective of yourself, you start realizing your worth, and then you're not putting up with things that you necessarily would have put up with, which in turn means that you're not going to have that many people around, because a lot of them are going to end up disappearing, or you're going to end up removing them because you realize that they were no longer, or that they were not serving you the whole entire time, right? So this loneliness card says, I know that I'm never alone. So even when you feel like you're alone, know that spirit is with you. Some of you have somebody that you know that had passed on. Know that they are with you. Know that you are guided, and know that you are protected. And even when you feel like somebody here also feels like they have to do everything themselves, know that there are people that you can depend on. And even if you don't want to, just remember that. Because maybe just remembering that there are people, if you wanted to depend on them, that would be good enough for you here. But with this energy here, I do feel like there is this energy where you guys are coming into some great success. This may be that there may be blockages when it comes to love because of the fact that you haven't forgiven someone is another message that I am getting here. But all in all here, some of you guys that are really worried about finances right now and your abundance isn't really great, know that things are going to take a turn, but you have to be more disciplined. Like, really, there's something that is holding you back, something, maybe you are spending too much money on eating out, you're spending too much money on drinks, whatever the case may be, but there's something that needs to cut back. You need to be disciplined in some way, and the moment that you do, that wheel turns and you end up creating the money. For some of you, this is also mindset, right? This abundance card says, I'm a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in the physical reality. That means that your faith, if this is in reverse, it means that your faith needs to be restored. This means that you don't feel like you're a limitless being. You don't feel like you can manifest anything. You feel like you are meant to have whatever this life, the life that was thrown at you, and that is not the case. You are meant to create whatever life you desire, regardless of the situation that you have found yourself in or that you currently find yourself in. You could always change that. It's really just up to you, right? It's up to you to believe in you. Worry. I'm learning that worry doesn't change the outcome. No matter what situation you're in, worrying is only going to make it worse, right? Because worrying just puts more stress on you. And it's such a negative energy to worry, right? You become the best version of yourself when instead of worrying, you can realize what happened. You can't do anything to change it. And instead of worrying, you skip that part of worrying and you just go right to the part where, how are we going to fix this? How are we going to get out of this? You know what I mean? So work on the solution, right? Work on the solution. It's not what happens to you, but it's how you react to the things that happen to you. Some of you, this forgiveness and abundance is also like you may have to forgive somebody when it comes to money or something related to money. There may be somebody that had, put certain, thoughts in your head when it comes to money, whatever the case may be, but there may be some like stagnant energy. Queen of Swords. Show me what Aries needs to see when it comes to their career and finance. Well, for those of you guys that aren't following me on Instagram, and you do purchase personal readings or you plan to, follow me on Instagram, guys, and go to my website and sign up to the mailing list, because unless it's a month long or a 2-week sale, nobody gets notifications on YouTube. It will only be on it will only be on Instagram, or it will go to your email. So make sure you're subscribed, because there's a lot of people that end up missing out on sales or message me after the sale because they don't realize that I'm not going to be able to say all the sales on YouTube. All right, so let's see. Yeah, Queen of Swords, you're definitely needing to be a little bit more like, you're going to need to really protect your energy, protect your time, protect, what is it that you're focusing on? You're going to need to really put intention into everything that you're focusing on around this time here. With the Hangman, I feel like there's going to be a lot of delays when it comes to something, but know that, it's almost like, how they say denial is your highest form of rejection. know that something is going to be rejected for you, rejected from you, and it is going to actually be one of the best things that ever happened, and you're not going to realize till shortly after. Some of you guys, this is something that's going to be rejected from you in December, and you're not even going to be able to realize until February. Late January, early February. Then you're going to have enlightenment of this new path. February is going to be a turning point for you guys. The Wheel of Fortune, yeah, literally. February is going to be a huge turning point for you. Some of you guys, you may discover what it is that's going to happen in December, but it's not going to actually turn. The wheel isn't actually going to turn until February here. But I do feel like your finances are looking up. All you need to do is be disciplined. So if there's one thing that you can do is figure out exactly where it is that you need to be disciplined and just cut it out. Cold turkey, cut it out. Some of you, this is really just switching up your mindset. Some of you, this is, you don't have a routine. Maybe you're working from home and it's just so hard, but you're not treating it like you work in an office or wherever you did work. So maybe you need to start, getting up every day at that same time, having your same breaks, keeping it exactly the way that it was. Keep that structure, even though the environment has changed. Others of you, you're just feeling weak and you don't have enough energy. So then you need to make sure you're eating right. You need to make sure you're having enough water. You know what I mean? There's always a solution for everything. You just have to figure out what your solution is. So spend the rest of this week, whenever you watch this, spend the week figuring out what it is that you can cut out of your life and what can you replace it, right? Not just cutting it out, replacing it with something better, replacing it with something positive. So, yeah. Somebody may watch 2 hours or binge watch TV when they get home. And instead of doing that, they need to read. They need to, find something motivational. They need to find a hobby, paint, draw, write, whatever the case may be. I also see somebody's going to be very successful. If you work in the financial industry, you're going to be very successful. If you work in fashion industry, I sense that you're going to be very successful. And if you travel for a living or you plan on traveling, having a job that requires a lot of travel, you're going to be very, very successful in that business. Anybody also who is in the spiritual, who works like within the spiritual realm, very, very successful for the year coming up. All right, so singles. Show me what single Aries need to see. Children, your love life is being affected by children in the reverse. I feel like this is somebody that has children or somebody doesn't want children. Somebody has children, it's affecting this connection. This could be the one, but somebody doesn't want children here, or you're going to meet somebody who's the one and you may not say, some people just don't want to be with someone because they have children, they want to have their own family. That may be the case that I'm sensing here, but this could be the one you've already met, the romantic partner you seek here. So for some of you, this could also be that you've met the one that you are actually meant to be with when you were a child here. You might have even had a connection with this person when you were very young, and you're going to be reconnecting. I do feel like this could be the energy of holidays. I don't know what the traveling is where you are. Some people are allowed to travel, some people aren't. So if you are allowed to go home for the holidays, you may end up running into a childhood crush. I don't feel like it's a childhood crush of yours, so I feel like this is somebody who had a crush on you. I don't really feel like you, this could be an acquaintance, to be completely honest. I think this is somebody who you probably wouldn't have really noticed romantically back then, but the way that they are now, you are going to notice them. And you're going to be like, really? We went to school together? Or really? You're in the same town as me? Really? You lived, you were right around the block the whole time? I never, this person has changed a lot since they were young. Very, very attractive. Very, very attractive. Very intelligent individual as well. I see worth waiting for, so divine timing is at work in your love life. So for those of you guys here who have, just been wondering, where's my person? Know that divine timing is at work and don't rush it. The last thing you want to do is rush a relationship, because if you look back at and think about your relationships, the ones that you rush are probably the ones where you ended up realizing you had no idea who the heck you were getting involved with, but you rushed it because you wanted it so badly, right? It's not worth it. It is not. The worst thing is to rush anything, not just love. So if you don't have love in your life, know that you can just sit back and relax, knowing that your angels are working on it for you. You have your angels working on it behind the scenes, and the one is already around. It's just on divine timing for when the two of you guys are going to come together. Okay, let's see. I'm going to use this deck. Actually, I'm going to use this deck. There's somebody here who's been waiting for a while to get to you, waiting for a while to get a chance. Somebody of you might have came out of a long-term relationship. Yeah. Some of you, you're going to be meeting the person that you're going to be having children with. Somebody is actually pregnant right now and they don't know it. Or you might have just found out, or you may find out within a week that you are already pregnant. And don't worry, it is going to be one of the best things that has ever happened for you. Through this pregnancy, you are going to find your divine purpose in life. You're going to feel, somebody finally is going to feel like they belong through the experience of this pregnancy. The Chariot. You have love coming in, and it's coming in really quickly. And for others of you, this is saying that the relationship that you have is definitely about to take a turn for the next level here. This is somebody who feels very, very passionate about you. There's somebody around you that they have a lot of hidden feelings that they've kept within, that they're ready to express, to be completely honest. It's like this person was really studying you, really analyzing you, and I feel like they've kind of like tested you a little bit, not too much, but they've done a little bit of tests, and you kind of passed every single test here, and now this person is coming in, and they're gonna let you know. I feel like this person wanted to make sure that, oh, that's too many cards. This person wanted to make sure that you were trustworthy enough for them to be vulnerable around before they really expressed the things that they felt, and now they're at the point where they're able to trust you with their feelings. The Two of Wands here, yeah, this person wants a partnership with you. This person, you know, the more you got to know this person, they realized how similar the two of you guys were, and the fact that you and this person were truly meant to be here with this Two of Wands. This person has pictured a future with you. They've pictured having children with you. And it's like every little scenario that they picture, the two of you guys just seem to fit perfectly, and things just kind of seem to get better and better and better the more that they picture a future with you. It's literally like, for some of you, this is about to happen within like a week from the time that you watch this. It's something that's coming in really, really quickly. Some of you guys here, this could be an engagement. This could be your person finally realizing that you are the one for them here. Somebody also is coming back from the past, so you do have to be wary that you have an ex coming back who, they realize that you are the one for them. But it's really up to you if you want to decide to choose this person or not, because I do feel like this person comes with a lot of red flags. You're a good match, but this person has a lot of work before they can be an equal partner the same way you are. There's a lot of love there, but the partnership, the way that the partnership is between the two of you, isn't fully equal. This person has a lot of growing up that they need to do. The Eight of Cups here. Like I said earlier with that career, some of you guys are choosing, you have to choose your career over love, right? You may be choosing your career over an ex that you love very much, but you know that the two of you guys, you know, maybe in the future worth the wait, but you know that right now you got to put yourself first. So you may be walking away from a love situation in order to find your true happiness here. Some of you guys just walked out of out of a cycle here that was no longer serving you, one where you felt very confused. There was a lot of illusions. If you are single right now and you feel very confused and there's a lot of illusions and your gut isn't really sure about the person that you're dealing with, it's time for you to walk away from that person. It's time for you to walk away because that's not the one for you here. The moment you walk away, you're actually going to walk into a wish fulfillment. And I feel like it's this chariot that's coming towards you here. Some of you, there's strong Cancer energy around you. The Five of Crystals. Wow, and some of you are going to do the exact opposite. You're going to walk away from a financial situation in order to get that emotional fulfillment. Yeah, in order to get that emotional fulfillment. This may be where you were supposed to move for a job and you decide that you're not going to move because there's the love of your life in the city where you currently are. But there's some sort of financial opportunity that's going to be missed out if somebody chooses love here. So it's really like, what do you want the most right now? Do you want love or do you want a career? At the end of the day, you can obviously have both, but what do you want now? What do you want first, I guess, is what it is that they're saying here. But with divine timing, it's almost like no matter what you choose, everything works out in the end, right? Ten of Wands. The bottom of the deck, the Knight of Cups. So there's somebody here around you that definitely feels like it's going to be a little bit of a burden for them to come towards you and express how they feel. It's kind of like, this is somebody who doesn't really do feelings. They don't really do dating. They don't really do, they date, but they don't really do relationships, right? It's like they got hurt by one person, they swore off relationships forever. So every bone and fiber in their body is telling them not to express how they feel for you, yet they feel like there's like this magnet energy between the two of you that's like flinging them towards you, and it's almost like word vomit where they kind of can't control. I feel like this person has said like small little things to you before about how they felt, but never fully opened up, and it's because a huge part of them is holding back, but at the end of the day, they kind of can't help themselves. They just feel this energy of comfort, this level of trust around you before you were even able to prove to them that you were trustworthy here. But you have somebody coming in that is very genuine here, somebody that is going to be a wish fulfillment for you here. And others of you, I do feel like there's going to be a test where it's like you have to choose between work or a love interest. And in the bottom of your heart, you know exactly which is the right decision, but it may not be the right decision may not be what it is that you want. So yeah, very interesting. Let me know what your situation is in the comments, because this seems very interesting. All right, so let me pull some relationship messages for those of you that are couples. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. This is really about being in the present, right? Whatever little things it is that's going on in the physical right now that you are fighting with your person about, is it really going to matter? Like, it's this energy where you pick and choose your battles, right? Is this going to matter a week from now? Is this going to matter a month from now? Is this going to matter 5 years from now? Is this fight really lasting as long as it is for a reason, for a purpose, right? I kind of sense this energy of petty arguments. I feel like there's this energy of like two people being cooped up in the house together, and because of that, they're taking out, you know, personal anger, personal issues on one another. Two people that very much so love each other, but at the end of the day, they are arguing over something or letting something, some sort of third party situation get between them. And this isn't a third party like another individual. This is like a third party, like somebody lost their job, somebody's working too much to compensate for something. You know what I mean? Like there's just something that it could even be like another person interfering, but not like in a cheating way or anything like that. Like it could be somebody's mother, it could be somebody's friend, it could be just outside influences like gossip, whatever the case may be. But it's something that isn't big enough to have or to cause whatever this fight is. But let's just see what else we can get. It's like you need to really remember why you love the person that you're with right now. We have the devil energy. So yeah, I definitely feel like there's some sort of outside influence. Somebody may drink, somebody may be like into drugs, whatever the case may be. Somebody may use, you know, I'm kind of getting this energy of like when it comes to intimacy, somebody like doesn't like to really like make up after a fight. They like to just, you know, be intimate and have that as making up. But because of that, nothing really ever gets discussed and things just keep repeating because you guys haven't actually fully worked through your problems. You may use intimacy to cover up your issues with the person that you're dealing with here. This could even just be like that devil side that we all have to ourselves, right? That lower vibrational side, tempting your relationship. Two of Pentacles. There could definitely be money issues here that are the cause of stress in the connection here with the Son of Cups here. Somebody could just be focused too much on themselves and not really balancing out the energy that they put in this relationship, in this connection. With the Five of Swords, some of you definitely could have found out that you were dealing with somebody that was you know, having their cake and eating it too. With the Six of Wands, they definitely wanted to walk around pretending like they were single here. So some of you definitely were dealing with a third party situation. Some of you actually, there's this energy where you were in a third party situation. Somebody got pregnant from that third party situation. Very, very intense, complicated energy here. There are eyes, like evil eyes around your relationship. I don't like this energy. I do not like this energy. There's going to be a lot of tests around your relationship around this time. Testing the strength of it. I think this is going to be a month where you're either going to realize that this connection needs to die down, or you're going to realize that this is your forever person and you're going to heal from a lot of situations, grow from a lot of situations, and come together in a way that you never have before through being able to get through these tough cycles the way that you have. It's kind of like the make it or break it month for you and this person that you're dealing with here. Some of you, you've been dealing with this person for about 2 years. Some of you are also dealing with somebody that's very controlling and they don't really allow you to have your freedom the way that you want to, but they're allowed to. It's like they're very, they're kind of like, they have like this narcissistic tendencies. They can do whatever it is that they want, but they definitely don't want you doing certain things, or they don't want you going certain places, whatever the case may be. They're very controlling over you and where it is that you go, especially if you are the mother of this person's child, the father of this person's child. They're very, very protective. They treat you almost like you're one of the children as well. I'm getting this feeling of somebody feeling suffocated in a connection. overburdened by love. Somebody also might have been in a third-party situation a long time ago, and because of that, it's like you guys have tried to move on and you've tried to make things work, but somebody's being very possessive, very controlling because of the fact that every 5 seconds they think like, what if you're doing the same thing? It's like they were able to forgive, but they were not able to forget. And because they're not able to forget, you guys are kind of going to come to this conclusion where it's like, how can we, if we can't move on from this, we're bringing it with us, and bringing it with us is just going to cause us to, be torn apart. So what is the point here? High Priestess. Yeah, there's definitely some secrets in this connection here. The Ace of Pentacles, the Daughter of Cups here. Oh, the Two of Cups, the Nine of Cups. I'm not going to lie, this is strong third-party energy. Somebody either went back to the past, somebody here is flirting with a new individual here who they're pretending that they're going to have something serious with, but I feel like it's more of an emotional affair rather than a physical affair. And then there's also somebody who just has this energy of they get very bored easily and they just like to meet new people, have one-night stands, but it's nothing serious, even though obviously I'm not like making an excuse. I'm just saying like that's what this person would say. It's nothing serious, even though cheating is serious. It doesn't matter if it's just a one-night stand to you or not, right? So there's somebody here who's lying. There's a lot of secrets here that need to be uncovered in this connection. It looks like somebody is way better off being single. And for some of you, this is actually you. That's what I'm strongly sensing here. If you're thinking about extending your energy to somebody else, just walk away from this connection, because it's something that you're going to be tempted to do very soon, because all odds are pointing to you leaving this relationship. It's like the universe is working behind the scenes to break this connection up. The end of the day, I also feel like with this criticizing each other card, it's like there's two people that are just fighting constantly, and if they're not fighting, there's nothing to really do, right? It's not even a good connection when you're not fighting. It's just bland. It's just there. So all you guys have been doing is really fighting, and without the fighting, there's nothing there. There's nothing left, and you guys are not at this point where you want to accept that there's nothing left. You don't want to move on yet, so you're holding on to nothing. This energy is very separate, so I do feel like this Two of Cups and this Nine of Cups is somebody here from either somebody from your past that truly has your heart and always will have your heart, or this is a new love that's going to be coming in, that is going to be a wish fulfillment here, but this isn't coming from this energy that you are currently dating, that you are currently with. Somebody may pick fights whenever somebody talks about taking things to the next level, because they know deep down in their heart that their heart actually belongs to somebody else, and they just want this relationship to be in the now, but they don't see that future. So somebody feels like very protective of themselves and what they could still have with their past person every time the other person brings up like, oh, what's the next step, whatever the case may be. And that's just like very sick that that's even how people could be, but that is strongly what I'm sensing, you guys. So yeah, I don't know. I hope that this does not resonate with anybody, because that just like completely just my energy just dropped as soon as I started pulling for these couple energies. But if you have any doubts in your head about the person that you're dealing with, trust your intuition, because it does not seem like your intuition's wrong. Your intuition is flooded with, you can just feel it. You can just feel it. And for those of you where you feel like your intuition's blocked, go around water, have a bath, have a long shower, whatever the case may be. But being in water is really going to help to open your intuition, and you have to be very silent when you are in this water is another thing that I am sensing. All right, guys, that is what I have for you. If you want more clarity on your situation, feel free to book a personal reading in the description box below. For those of you guys that stayed this whole time, thank you so much. I truly appreciate every single one of you. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys next week, and feel free to subscribe, like, share, and comment if you haven't already. I appreciate you so much, and take care.